James Pierre is a journalist with Haitian radio and TV, and he's joining us live from Little Haiti tonight. James, as always, thank you. You have great insight and a lot of connections over there. I want to start with the security concern, though, because I know that crime has been a major issue in Haiti after the assassination of the president last month. What is happening in terms of people's safety on the ground, and where is the threat coming from?
Well, now we are seeing collaboration, but it's a very fragile collaboration right now between the members of the Haitian government and groups controlling different areas of Haiti, particularly the main road that lead Port-au-Prince, the capital, to the southwestern side of Haiti, Martissan, which is an area that has been practically abandoned by the government, by local authorities, to the gang members. They were the one ruling these areas. Now there is some types of compromise where they let people circulating without fear throughout that area so they can bring relief to the people, the victims, the survivors in the southwestern part of Haiti. But how long this is going to last, we don't know, because Haiti is expecting now some upcoming elections. And we know when there is elections in Haiti, things are very vulnerable.
Do the people there feel confident in the government, and what is the government doing right now to keep them safe?
Well, so far we've seen many of the members of the government operating more in Port-au-Prince, different meetings, different press conferences that they are doing, but not clearly in the southwestern part of Haiti, as Brian was talking about the area right now in Haiti, where people truly, they need help. They need drinking water. They need tents. And we have hopefully organizations here in South Florida helping, especially where we are right now in Little Haiti. Different organizations at Restaurant La Fourchette and celebrities they're coming together with clean drinking water, tents, and other medical supplies to help the people in Haiti. We have a sense that it's more the diaspora, the Haitians living outside of Haiti, pouring help in Haiti, less than the Haitian government actually doing.
James, I want to share just for a moment with people at home an interview you did with a woman about trying to get relief efforts to folks in Haiti right now. Let's play that and then we'll talk.
What is really needed right now in Haiti is camping tents. We need water. We need stuff for the kids, such as diapers, wipes, food, baby food, cereal. We need can of food, and we need feminine products for the females.
The very basic necessities. So, James, I know you're working with these organizations to try to send this relief. What's that process like, and how are you getting the goods to the people who need it?
Well, it's a long process, but they are trying to get cutaways. They're trying to take it from their own hands, taking the goods to Haiti. What we take for granted here in the United States, and this is what is actually needed in Haiti. Somebody need a bottle of water. Somebody need toothpaste. Somebody need a pillow. Somehow for them to survive. So they are doing the process slowly. We have different organizations working in the United States trying to bring the help as fast as possible to Haiti. And so far, they've been very successful. Florence has her husband on the ground of Haiti bringing goods, and we have other organizations as well helping as much as they can, because Haiti is in desperate need right now.
Luxuries that so many of us take for granted as we go to bed tonight, that so many people desperately need. James, as always, appreciate your time. Thank you for talking to us.
And thank you for keeping Haiti in the news.